Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast. I just want to take a second and thank all of my subscribers. Thank you for all of your support, all of your likes, all of your shares, all of your comments. If you are interested in a private reading, please just click on my website. I do have it linked below in the description bar. Lastly, I am on social media, so I am now on Facebook. If you're interested in liking my page on Facebook, please do. I am also on Instagram, and if you are interested in receiving a daily Oracle guidance message, I do draw and upload a daily Oracle guidance card every single day to my Instagram account. So if you're interested in that, then please head over and follow me on Instagram. Oh, and one last thing, for these general tarot forecasts, you should always be sure to watch not only your sun sign, but also your moon sign and your rising sign. If you happen to not know what your moon or rising sign are, I do have linked in the description bar below a website that actually can calculate that for you for free. So I wish you all a wonderful week. Just stay tuned for the reading. Hi Sagittarius, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of February 1st through the 7th. This is for Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, and Sagittarius Rising signs. So Sag, let's get started. Alright, Sag, at the bottom of the deck I do have the Empress, and she represents creativity, fertility, birth of new beginnings, new creative ideas or endeavors, or just new beginnings. You could be incredibly creative this week, Sagittarius. You could be fertile, physically fertile, so if you don't want to get pregnant, take proper precautions. This could be you fertile with, creative ideas, you being very, more nurturing, I should say, more nurturing than you normally are. If you are a mother, you could be just more caring, more compassionate than you normally are. This could be your mother, Sagittarius. That could be quite significant this week. Let's see. The overall energy for the entire week is the Two of Pentacles, which this can be you juggling. This can be you having to balance everything in your life, especially if you have a lot going on. You can see this person here who is balancing. They're doing a good job even though there's a lot of chaos going on behind them. So, this is a week of balance. You're starting out with the Six of Swords, which the Six of Swords is, you moving forward in some regard. This can be you moving from a particular place, situation, or environment to a much more positive situation, place, or environment. So this can be you physically moving, maybe moving to a new home. Or this can be you just moving forward with your life. You're leaving stormy waters and you're headed to much more calmer waters. So there's always an improvement here. So you're moving somewhere better. And I feel like you are moving towards some sort of news or communication coming through. Because I do have the Page of Swords here. And I feel like for many of you, you're moving towards news that is in regards to family, because I have the Ten of Cups here. So for some of you, it can be news maybe about your mom with the Empress as well. And then the Ten of Cups, family. This for me very much is a card of family. So there could be something going on that's related to your mother, or that's related to your family in some way. And maybe that's why you're juggling. But directly underneath the Six of Swords, I do have the King of Cups. And I feel like for some of you, this is your energy. Now, the King of Cups can be a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It's a person with a big heart. It's someone who's very kind, very loving, very generous. You know, this man has a big heart, and he's more of an emotional king, but he very much is in control of his emotions. So he's actually very cool, very calm, very collected. He knows how to handle himself. But because this is you moving towards news in regards to maybe your mom or your family, and I do have the King of Cups here underneath, so I feel like this is very much you. For many Sages who are watching this, for some other Sages, this could be, you know, someone around you. It can be a water sign, but it doesn't have to be. It can be anybody with the King of Cups energies or characteristics. And you could be, you know, you could be finding something out here. I already see you getting news, but I have 3 cards. You know, first of all, there's a lot of swords here, so there's a lot of mental energy. But I have 3 cards that represent, you know, receiving clarity, seeing things clearly, you know, cutting to the truth of the matter, seeing the truth. So, you know, I feel like you could be learning something either about your mother or maybe about a family member. You could be learning something maybe about this King of Cups. If this isn't your energy and this is someone else, you could be learning something about this King of Cups person. This can be you receiving clarity, the Seven of Swords. This can also be you kind of going at it alone. And then this also could be a character around you who is, you know, maybe shady, maybe a little sneaky, maybe trying to hide something, maybe trying to get away with something. You know, this could be a person, Sagittarius, that maybe this is what you're moving away from. Maybe you're moving away from a person like this for some Sages. Maybe you receive news, because I have the Page of Swords directly on top of the Seven of Swords. Maybe this is you receiving news in regards to a person who is like this, a character around you who's like this. This could be you maybe, you know, seeing the truth. I have 2 pages here. I have more news coming in. I have the Page of Pentacles. So this is definitely good news. This is something that, you know, is going to make you very happy. This is either news, communication, or, you know, this could be like some sort of new beginning, like a new opportunity to make more money. Someone could, you know, I'm just getting this, someone could come to some, you know, there could be this person that comes to some Sagittariuses, and maybe they need a loan, they need some help with something. And so, you know, some Sages might try to help this person out. But maybe you don't realize that. I don't normally get this energy with this card, but I am sensing that, you know, for some of you, this could be maybe someone maybe trying to get like a free handout, or someone who, you know, doesn't have the best intentions. And I'm sorry to say that, because you guys have amazing readings all the time. And, you know, I'm not saying this is going to be a bad week, not at all. But, you know, this could be a little blimp in it where you might have to maybe, you know, deal with someone. I feel like for some Sages, though, this is you. you know, this Page of Pentacles is looking directly over at the Seven of Swords. He's like trying to help. He's handing this pentacle over, like, you know, and a lot of Sages, you guys, you know, you guys have big hearts. So, I mean, this could be, for some of you, trying to help someone. Maybe this is a family member. That's why you don't maybe even think twice. Maybe, you know, you're just trying to help someone. And for some of you, you know, that's okay. That's, you know, but then for others, you know, this could be maybe someone who's just trying to get like a free handout, or someone who's kind of sneaky. But if that's the case, for those of you that, you know, that's the case, I do see you seeing things clearly. It's not like you're not going to find out. Maybe you're very generous in the beginning, but then possibly you do cut to the truth of the matter, because I have the Ace of Swords here, which is you being victorious, which is you seeing things clearly. You know, this can even represent like a new beginning. But directly underneath the Ace of Swords, I have the Judgment card. So this could be you making a decision to start something new. This could be a decision coming to you. Maybe in regards to, you know, career, maybe in regards to, you know, finances. There could be like a decision that is coming to you. You can be actually coming out on top or victorious if this is a decision that's coming to you. And it can have something to do with your family as well. So I could possibly be talking to two separate groups of Sages here, or I mean, you just might have a very busy week, you know, and that's why we have the Two of Pentacles here, because you're juggling, you're balancing everything, but you're doing a good job with that. The Judgment card also represents rebirth. This is you rising from the ashes. This is you being reborn. So, you know, this is you having a fresh start. This is you starting over. So new beginnings. Very interesting cards here. Let me draw you an additional guidance card. Let's see what else Spirit has to say for Sagittarius for the upcoming week. Please show me an additional message for Sag. What else does Sag need to know? Additional message for Sagittarius. What does Sag need to know? Please show me. Whoa. Okay, one card flipped over, so this is what I'm going to take, Sag. All right. Interesting. See the other person's point of view. Interesting. Let me read you the additional message. See the other person's point of view. And it says you have strong emotions about this situation, and you may feel upset, misunderstood, or used. Huh. Wow. This card comes to you as a pathway to peace by asking you to consider the other person's point of view. You don't need to argue with these other individuals. You're simply asked to understand their motivations and to have compassion for their feelings. This process can be positively shift the energy of power struggles, much like letting go of rope during a tug of war. As you see the other person's point of view, you open the door for creative solutions to enter. Additional meanings for this card are: see yourself through the eyes of any person you desire to know or meet, Let go of the defensiveness in your relationships. Look past the surface personality and see the divine within others, and forgive past hurts and start anew. Very interesting. So, you know, that could be what this, you know, King of Cups and Seven of Swords is representing here. Maybe you think that this person was up to no good, but, you know, Spirit is asking you to see the other person's point of view. Maybe they're just coming across, for some of you, they could just be maybe coming across sneaky, or like they don't have the best intentions. But if that's the case, some of you, if they need help or assistance or, you know, money or something like that, I do think that you're going to help them. Just maybe you guys get into it because you think they're acting a little sneaky or something like that. But, you know, this card should now, you know, put things into perspective for you. Very, very interesting week here, Sag, I gotta say. I do hope that you found this reading helpful, and I just wish you guys just a great week. Take care.